So, dear colleagues, my name is Andriy Bokov. I'm honored to be a participant of your conference, but, unfortunately I couldn't be here with you in person because of a very, very sad event. Because of the death of my good friend and my colleague, Sergei Kiselev, who is first vice president of the Union of Architects, but excellent person and definitely, absolutely unique man. I'd like to show you several projects and realization, split into two parts, which just installed probably into two short stories, illustrated by several slides you will watch, you will see now. First story is about museum expositions or museum interiors, and another one is about very, very special and going to be most and most popular in my country type of public spaces. It's so-called atrium spaces. You will see 6 examples of current Moscow museum expositions and 6 kind of atrium spaces, atrium areas. Among museum exposition, it will be Mayakovsky Museum on Lubyanka Square. It's a reconstruction. Then Pushkin Literary State Museum. It's also reconstruction of a wonderful old Moscow mansion. Then it's a reconstruction of Memorial Airspace Museum, which occupied or which located in the basement of a famous monument of the first Sputnik, first satellite. Then you will see several projects, among them National Museum of Aviation, then Moscow Museum of Antique or Vintage Automobiles, and then winning competition entry for the Museum of Tank 34. And then you will see 6 examples of atrium spaces, atrium areas, as I already told you. It will be administrative building in Nizhnikovsky Lane in Moscow. Another example, another one, it's Moscow Academic Stanislavsky Nemirovich Danchenko Musical Theater reconstruction too. Then it's Social and Health Center for Veterans. Then it's very special and quite unique even for contemporary Moscow, Yelokhovsky Passage in the historical part of Moscow city. Then it will be Pirogov Hospital Surgery Ward, the reconstruction of an old building too. And finally it will be Multimedia Center for Contemporary Arts. Coming back to the exhibition spaces and museum interiors, I'd like to say you that all of them practically is based upon quite new approach which was developed or which was launched or started maybe about 2 decades ago. And maybe the Mayakovsky Museum, it was the first example of museum of new type, quite different from the conservative type of museum, which consists of several glass boxes filled with different pieces, and that's it practically. For the first time, we tried to create just the single, the open one space, which supply something that can be compared with the play of the or the one story probably, you know, which have the beginning, the end, and several quite significant points, which usually arranged probably, you know, by not only by historical pieces, by some values, but also with the type of showing, the type of submitting. It's the situation when some sort of connections play much more than in traditional museum. When the text as a whole, which is much more valuable, you know, that the separate piece than a separate detail, maybe. Then you will see several atrium spaces, quite different in shape, quite different in quality. Yeah, but all of them practically play quite special and very significant and necessary role of instrument of separation as well as integration, different spaces and different function. Don't forget that all of these buildings, most of them practically stay in Moscow and in quite special climate. That is why this kind of open spaces is that great value, you know, and because of that, that they provide absolutely unique comfort, which goes more and more desirable, yeah, for Muscovites, right? So thank you for your attention, and I hope to join you next time. Thank you very much, colleagues.